All right, y'all. We are here. Yes. All right. We are live. We are live. Yes. Yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up to everybody out there in the YouTube land? I'm your host, Wiley, and I want to say thank you to Ra Ali. Thank you to my radio. When you look at those two successful Black icons of doing this very, very popular show, it's on site. They're doing very, very good in the ratings. And I think that is such a blessing how Ra Ali opened the door up for Millie to be successful on Stationhead as well. One thing that I honor about that Black woman, she did not go out dogging out Ra Ali. She literally waited her turn and look at the blessings that Millie have from Ra. She's doing very well on Stationhead, and she have a contract on Stationhead. So we want to wish that sister nothing but the best. Sometimes you should not move too quickly. Some people out there, when they get into those spaces, they don't know how to deal with the type of attention. Things are not moving very fast. The checks are not coming in. But if you be patient, the checks will come. And one thing that I honor about Millie from my radio, she literally waited her season, and now she is reaping the benefits. And her show is actually doing very well on there. I believe it's still trending. Let me look at the ratings over there with her. I'm just want to just definitely see. We want to pay homage to her and definitely pay homage to what that sister is doing over there. If you look at the ratings, she is actually number one. If you look at the ratings, she's number one. Ra Ali is number two, because those two successful Black women played their cards right, and they did it with love, peace, and harmony. And sometimes you have to cut off the dead weight that's slowing the show down and move on with those women. I really want to say thank you to them. Now, the piece that I want to say, I want to give a special shout out because Rod did watch one of our videos and she sent our love this way. And she's been very supportive of what we were saying. And I want to thank her for doing so and being such a blessing to us. A lot of people said, Wiley, when are you going to audition? Unfortunately, we made the decision not to audition because we want to focus on the Wiley Show. Because sometimes I'm a one-man band. And sometimes me joining with somebody else's vision, unfortunately, I felt as though that I just want to do my own stuff because I just didn't feel like in my spirit to join up with a team. But if I want to hit the link or come on her show, I can be welcome over there because she do open it up to people. But I just feel the love for my supporters and anything like that because I really want to show people of self. You know, I've done that. I've done teams. I just felt in my spirit just to be Wiley on Stationhead and my God, we're doing incredible, still in the top 20. We are not an NAACP award winner. We have never worked and done makeup on any of these successful celebrities, but yet we're still growing on this platform. So that'll let me know you don't need to be an NAACP award winner to get ratings. You don't need to be kissing butt to these celebrities to get ratings. You can do that on your own talent. And we want to thank those women, the young and those women that is seasoned, that come over to the Wiley Show. One thing I've done, I took a poll over here at the Wiley Show producers because some of my critics called my audience old church ladies. So I started asking folks, how many of y'all go to church? And not many of my supporters go to church. And even if they did, it is their right to view the show because one thing I know about old church ladies, they give. One thing I know about old church lady, they are supportive. If don't nobody else come to church, best believe them old church ladies gonna come to church. Most churches are thriving and surviving because of old church women, because of their senior citizen base. One thing that I give credit to New Birth. They never missed a beat of paying their mortgage because somebody in that church know that they're going to be faithful. They didn't move. They didn't leave. Some folks left, but it was a group that stayed on into that church and made sure them bills were paid, and they never missed a beat. Them the type of supporters that you need, even when it get rough. The women still, I'm right here with you, brother. Even when times get rough, they don't leave, they don't shake. I don't care how my critics disrespect my audience, they still come around and support the Wiley Show. Some of my audience own good businesses making good money. I have some of my audience have their own PhD. Some of them is supervisors of great companies. Some of them are owners of different companies in operation. We have a lot of entrepreneurs that follow the Wiley Show, and people upset and they mad. Only time be mad at yourself because I got talent. And so when you got real talent, ain't nothing you can't be upset with nobody but yourself. Get you some talent. So I just really want to thank Millie. And one thing about Millie that she have showed me so much love, and she deserving to be number one because she worked so hard. Many people said that she's Laverne the intern. They try to talk about her, call her intern radio. They were very disrespectful, calling her fans delusional. And every single term she showed you that they're not delusional, they are supportive. Every single term that Millie just show you better than anybody that I am the best. And can't nobody tell me to censor my voice because I'm a black woman and I should be able to say what I want to say. And you as a gay man should also understand that you still a man, and you can't get upset with me as a black woman if I want to stand up for what women believe in. And I agree with my sister. For traditionally, it has been a spirit in the community where they feel it is okay to disrespect black women. And then when that black woman stand up and say what she got to say, she want to be canceled. If that black woman say what she got to say, she want to be labeled a homophobe. But they ain't gonna tell you, well, I did call that black woman a B word. I did call her a fish. I did say these things about her. But what do you label a gay man that is calling women fish? What do you label a gay man that is calling women a fish? What do you label a gay man that calling women the B word? And what do we label that? Because if that woman in return starts saying her words and it starts with an F, if she starts saying her words and it starts with an S, why should she be canceled and not he that called her the B and also a fish? I feel as though that's a double standard. And if that man, gay, straight, or otherwise, have the cojones enough to say what he want to say about that woman should not be censored of what she want to say towards that man. Can I get an amen in the chat? I know I'm speaking truth here. You shouldn't get a pass when you yet being disrespectful. Now I can understand you ain't doing nothing and she in return saying what she said. But if you strong enough to call her a B and everything else in the alphabet, why she got to be censored? Tell me where they do that at. Why she got to be censored? She can't say nothing. She being disrespected, talking about inside her legs, about the smell and everything else that you think of. But soon as she say FCB or whatever, she got to be canceled. I've even seen some trans women talked about a black woman and called her Gary Coleman. So if you have that energy into calling that black woman Gary Coleman, which is a man, then don't get upset when that woman call you a man. All that black woman is doing is keeping that same energy, right? If you want to say that that woman is Gary Coleman, and if that woman call you Mr. Hands, you got to keep that same energy. I'm all about energy. So if you're giving out that energy, that woman should have the same energy. I don't think that is right
for women to be censored and silent when they in return keeping that same energy. Now I have a problem if you being disrespectful towards trans women. They ain't saying nothing about you or being disrespectful towards you. I have an issue with that. But if you keeping that energy and calling Wendy Williams Wendell and Mr. Williams and all that, if she in return say how are you doing and say what she got to say, then she should not be canceled because she kept the same energy. It's all about energy. You reap what you sow. If you're sowing out bad, disgusting words, you should be able to go ahead and take that clap back. Go ahead and take that turn when you saying what you saying about her. Right? Now, I understand I'm not agreeing with anybody disrespecting anybody. But if you want to be disrespectful, don't get upset when they start to disrespect you. Right? And we will open up the phone lines. So I want to get back to what Riley said. When Riley was responding to that brother that she had on her platform, and he went on a campaign and tried to say that Riley is homophobic. And she was saying, well, he was saying all of these things about me. Yes, I said what I said, but he said things about my legs, about how I smell, about my husband, about this and about that. So I had to listen to her side. And so when he came out, he said yes and all that. But did some producer sent me Mr. Wiggins live? And when that same brother had an issue with Remy Ma, when that same brother had an issue with Remy Ma, let me get Remy. Let me send her a voice note to Remy. Let me send her a voice note. How you doing, Remy Ma? I hope everything is well with you and your family. I stand with you. It's never okay for no man, gay or straight, to disrespect you, sister. And I just want you to stay encouraged. And I love you and I support you in your music. I absolutely love you with that record that you did with Lakim. And I would love to have a conversation with you, Remy Ma, on the Wiley Show. So whenever you are free, please feel welcome to send me a message back. And if you say no, I understand. I will continue to support you, my dear sister. May God bless you and your family. Peace and blessings. All right. So we sent Remy Ma a message. And so I remember last year someone sent me a link to Mr. Wiggins' show. And that same brother want to label Remy a homophobic woman. But he ain't going to tell you calling her the B word, saying all these disrespectful things. But if all the church women will send Remy Ma a message and say that we talking about her, she might come up on the show. So he was saying all these degrading things about Remy, and he want to pick on what she said the F word, and her husband is on the DL, alluded to her husband, because you mad because you didn't got fired. Oh, you know, allegedly. Someone said, well, while he upset because he got fired. And anytime you are ex-employee and get fired, you always going to speak against the employer. Just like T.S. Madison said with her manager. She said, and she responded on the live, she said, anytime a former employee would leave McDonald's, they will always disrespect the employer, because what was that energy when you were employed by me? Everybody can speak against a system where you never worked with that system or you were fired. So you, of course, everybody can speak up, but it takes courage and strength to speak up and call folks out when you still employed. Don't give me that energy once you get fired. I would take it and receive it more if you standing up while you still employed. So I understand. So back to that brother, when he was speaking against Ali, he said the same thing towards Remy Ma. And I started to understand that it's a history with that man and got the audacity to promote the NAACP. Oh, the NAACP got the audacity to promote that and had the audacity to threaten Brother Wiley. He must don't know who we are. We take threats very, very seriously. We don't disregard threats, but we question, why would the NAACP give an award to somebody like that? To just think it's okay to disrespect who he want to disrespect. And when you bring up, oh, I'm gonna contact them. Oh, you gonna call to heck yeah, I'm gonna call just because to make you upset and mad. What you threaten me for? I ain't gonna have to cuss you out. I can just call the NAACP and say, this is who y'all giving awards out to now? I'm just saying. This make you just go, this is who you give awards out to that threaten folks, threaten them, talking about he gonna beat up, and we just know that ain't gonna happen. You gonna end up in jail. We don't fight no more with flesh and blood. We don't do all that type of stuff, baby. We go to courthouses and get restraining orders and cease and desist letters and repress charges over here. We don't do that. Back in my day when I was young and foolish, I would do something like that. But I'm a grown, mature man. I put away those childish things. I became a man. So once I became a man, I put away childish things. We go to the authorities with that. We don't got to sit here and threaten all that stuff. No, man, please. What I gotta do something like that? I don't know what we gonna get. Maybe we can get some makeup brushes or confiscate his makeup that he probably got on credit. Who knows? He pretty much ain't got that because according to Riley, that he had money for no Ubers and Lyfts. So what more can we can do? You know, we go on people's shows and help folks out. And that ain't gonna never change. You know, we good. We help folks out, but, you know, we start charging folks. You know, we got a couple of people that want us on their show. You know, we charging you a good amount of money. The Wiley Show bring in views. I think we got to start charging folks. You know, we can't do stuff for free no more. I tried it. I think now only people that I'm going to come on their show now, if you a moderator and you got a platform, we'll come on your show for free, get you some clicks and views. But anybody else, you're going to have to pay. You're going to get that. You're going to get my invoice. $60 an hour for me to come on and speak on your show. We're going to give a good show, but we're going to start charging folks, especially when I bring you clicks and views and give you a good old piece of click and a view. We gonna start charging. But that's the policy from this day for anybody that want us on their platform. It's gonna be $60 an hour. And if you want to cuss me out, it's double the amount. Say why they want to do a little dragging. Well, I'm gonna triple that amount an hour, and it got to be sent to my Cash App before I step foot on that platform. I'm gonna get paid. If I'm gonna get disrespected, best believe I'm gonna get a coin from it. Folks upset that we are actually up on Stationhead. It ain't my fault that we gaining and growing in views. Folks upset saying, why are you talking to my people? It ain't your people. Those are supporters and listeners. So I network. You don't own and operate them folks. So what that you didn't block me? I got 15 troll accounts that we could talk to these folks. I'm a good marketer and upset and mad. And we don't go on Stationhead and be on there for 50 shows a day. We go on there once a week. We didn't change. We don't change up our style. We go every Monday night on Stationhead. We don't rush and tell folk that our computers then got broken just for some clicks and views on Stationhead because they was down in the ratings and stuff like that. Millie still got the strong fan base. She's still winning, and we want to thank her for that.
Yes. Have you heard? The Wiley Show is expanding and will now be on Stationhead every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Download Stationhead today. You won't because you don't want to miss Wiley being raw and unfiltered. The Wiley Show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Stationhead.
Let's do it, yo. Finish on.
And that's one thing that I admire about her, because no matter what, Millie have a stronger fan base. She have a movement, and folks think they was gonna beat her in the ratings, and they can't beat her. She's doing incredible, and then she been number one, and she just up there. Folks just rushing. Oh, my computer ain't working. It is broke. Okay. He the driver, and Millie just still number one. That story didn't work. That story didn't work. So sometimes it's kind of good being number one when folks dish you and talked about you and trash you, saying all this stuff about you. And then when they go up on there, they got to see the person that you didn't dog. They number one. They didn't dog Billy, went down there to Houston, tried to beat her up. They tried to, was saying all that stuff, and guess what? She's number one. And they upset and mad. Because her supporters, they don't play, baby. If they ain't got no iPhone, they're going loot and get an iPhone to tune in for her show, Stationhead. Her audience, they know anywhere Millie goes, they gonna be right there. And folks mad and upset. They upset and they mad that she number one. They was really upset when I was beating them in the ratings. Then they had to rush. We need to do more shows. Ooh, we need to do more shows. He beat us bad. Because I ain't got to try hard. It's just my talent. And I'm still trending on the charts. Ain't got nowhere near 99,000 subscribers because you don't need 99,000 subscribers. All you need is talent and a good, strong work ethic. And I did it without Papa in some limits. I did it without having my friend to work as my driver. I did it without having any of my friends to make a sick and disturbing campaign, and we still trending on Stationhead. We still gaining in subscribers. We talked about that transgender Ayana Dior, and that video almost got us 10,000 views. We didn't degrade her. We didn't talk about her. We literally brought awareness, and that brother took the story and tried to destroy it and tarnish that woman and tarnish transgender woman because he mad and upset because Wiley got views and he didn't like it. So he went on the attack mode. Upset and mad. You know, you only time you mention trans women is when they want to bring down a man, expose a man. I literally brought up the story on YouTube and got good views. We thank y'all for viewing. Then they take the story and say they scamming the Black Lives Matter movement. I thought he said he ain't gonna be talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. I thought he said he ain't gonna be talking about what's going on because he gotta talk about because Wiley getting the views. They watching Wiley. Then they want to talk about Rico Pure. He's going up on the show, and one place that Rico Pure need to be going is to rehab. I'm gonna say that again because he done allegedly broke up with his boyfriend, and the boyfriend Cash De Niro said we do cocaine. I don't just do coke; he do coke with me. We both do cocaine. And then I went on the Rico Pure platform. He just high as a Skype on his platform, just as high. And now you want to do a show? Don't make me no different. Better hope and pray that he show up and that he ain't high on no cocaine. Both of them two young men. And I've been exposed that last year that it wasn't going to work. And then Cash De Niro allegedly took the money from Rico Pure. And Rico Pure got mad because both of them was on OnlyFans and selling that badissi. They were showing they peen and booty holes and eating oodles and noodles and just humping each other for $14.95. And we went up on there. We was on there a couple of times. It was good comment, good entertainment, a good pleasure that it offered. Then we went on there yesterday and they took it down. Because them two brothers was doing all that cocaine allegedly, because that's what they said, cocaine, and the cocaine got into it and destroyed both of those platforms, both of those situations. So I believe for that particular episode, we will be covering that because we want to see, is he going to address being on cocaine? Is he's going to address Cash De Niro dogging it out? But we went last year and we talked, I think that was last year. I believe that was last year or the year before last. But I remember we did commentary on the Rico Pure and Cash De Niro. And I said, Rico, that he's used you. What happened when y'all broke up? Cash De Niro took all the money. All of the money. And one thing that I agree with T.S. Madison, she said y'all need separate accounts. Y'all ain't married. Y'all two men together humping each other ain't got your business or too busy to store cocaine. Get your life in order. You trying to talk about Wiley eye, and Wiley need to get his eye fixed, and you was addicted to cocaine. Both of y'all need to be in rehab. Cash De Niro, I'm hearing allegedly, according to one of my sources, that he had to go to rehab. It was such a bad, terrible addiction. He had to go to rehab. And Rico Pure need to be falling right behind him on rehab because he need to be on rehab to both of them addicted. Strong. And it's so sad that they say all this stuff public. This ain't no rumor. This is what they say on their individual Instagrams. Even though I'm blocked, but we sure got 3,000, 66,000 troll accounts. And many of my producers that over there, they were sending me the live, and I was right up in them comments. I was like, oh, let's see what's going on over here. Did they say something about some cocaine? I said, who on coke? I said, this is a bad time to be a crackhead. Any other time, you should do it when ain't no pandemic. It's hard to social distance in rehab. This is a bad time to be in group. During this time, you a crackhead when the pandemic and Rona going around and you go crack. This is a bad time to be a crackhead. Good God, you a crackhead in this time. I'm praying for you for strength. Especially if you up on that street, you got to get your next hit without no mask on. It's a bad time. I told one of my people, I said, this is a bad time to be addicted to crystal meth. Man, during a pandemic, when you got to wear masks and all that, I can't hardly understand. My name is such and so, and I'm a drug addict. What you say? My name is such and so, I'm addicted to drugs. I can't understand the word you say because you got on that mask. Let me get on some hand sanitizer. Just the thought of that. Let me put on some hand sanitizer. Woo. Let me put on some hand sanitizer. Good. Google it. Man. Just woo. We definitely gonna pray for him and all that type of stuff. They would talk about my eye. Say how crooked my eye was. Just gross and gaggery. A year later, they both on crack cocaine. Both broken up. He cashing in the car. Yeah, I can't believe Rico Pruitt kicked me out. All my stuff is in the back seat. He kicked me out because he thought that I was going to have sex with his friends. And he kicked me out. Snip. Look like he wanted some crack right then and there. Good. Google it. I said, what? Well, if you're addicted to crack cocaine and crystal meth, you're going to want anything that's walking and hump. It makes you very, very horny when you're on them type of drugs. Ask me how I know, because I've seen folks that were on there and they said, Brother Wiley, I said, yes. He said one thing about them drugs that make you really, really horny. I said, that's what we do it. And the people that I have talked to that is addicted to those type of drugs, they said, Wiley, I want to end it, but it's such a good feeling. But when I look at these brothers and sisters that's in the gay community that is addicted to that, it's like a stench that is a stronghold that I used to like it. But I want to quit and I can't quit. And it's taking our young Black brothers and sisters out. Folks that are positive, don't be focused on taking that pill, because when you want to get high on crack or crystal meth or whatever, your top priority is not your pills for HIV. You know, a lot of my brothers and sisters that I've seen pass, and they will say, Wiley, well, you know, they had what they had and they was not compliant with their medication because they picked drugs. Because it was depression, and that's why a lot of our sisters and brothers in the community are dying, because they get so depressed. Instead of them going to counseling or therapy or trying to get services to help them through that, they pick up a drug addiction. And you can't be focused on your health when you are a crackhead. You must first address the crack. You must first address the crystal meth first, because if you don't focus on that first, it's going to be hard to focus on your health, because your health is already compromised when you addicted to crack cocaine and crystal meth. I know they ain't going to like this type of teaching, but it need to be said, especially when you're alive and can receive it. I had to tell a brother, I said, listen, I can no longer fund your addiction, because if you want to be addicted to this, you got to do it alone. He said, Wiley, you going to do me like that? I said, I have to do it, and I'm doing it with love. I don't hate you. I love you. But I can't reach down in my wallet and give you money to get high. I cannot reach down in my wallet and give you money so you can shoot up with drugs. I'm not going to fund your drug addiction. The only thing that I would fund and make a sacrifice for, if you say, Brother Wiley, I want to go to rehab, and I will do it for you that one time. I'm not going to keep doing you leave and not doing right, but I would definitely reach down and help you go to rehab and help you get services on the phone and all that type of stuff, trying to get you services. But I will not enable you to just get high, and no, you will not be around me. If you want to get high, especially during this pandemic, you will not be around me. And it's folks that I've known for years that I had to cut off. I had to cut them off immediately, because that type of spirit, I cannot allow that around my space. And it ain't me being mean. I'm doing it with love. And every time I see that person, whether it's on the street or whether they're in the hospital or wherever they at, I keep the same. When you tired, call me so we can help get you in rehab. I remember because like I'm a social, I was on the phone. I went to these different organizations and I would ask them, especially the organization that helped me to get on prep. I got my last prep pill. I got to get my refill. Supposed to come here next week. I was talking to the organization about in prosperity. I said, what can you do? Because I have a friend that is addicted to drugs. What need to be done? And that brother told me, he said, well, I know an organization, but is they ready? Because if they're not ready, that organization not going to waste their time. And when he said it, I said, well, they're not ready. And that brother told me, said, call me when they ready, because ain't no one going to waste their time and energy when you're not ready. You going to have to be ready for that. And that's a major problem in our community, in the LGBT community. Drugs have creeped in and is very, very strong in the community. So we will open up the phone lines. The number is 646-716-8447. Of course, we're going to be very respectful. No bad languages. If it's a bad language, we will hang up the call. No bad languages. We haven't said not one cuss word up. And if you do say a cuss, we will get you off, and you want to come back on, you just cash app us and we'll let you go on. That's what he's definitely said, and all that type of stuff. So, and we had a conversation with that. So we definitely want to say thank you to all the people that have been supportive of us and been very supportive of our channel, and those of us on Stationhead and those of us on Instagram. We're doing very well on 2 platforms and also YouTube, doing very, very good on there. I take prep just because I want to be on prep. I think just in case if I have I'm prepared. You know, prep is just, I just take it. So whenever I get back in there, I just want to be prepared to be on there. They offer to it, and I talk with my doctor. He says okay to get on there. It's really good to be on there. So I said, hey, I'm celibate, but I do it anyhow. Let me no different. I just do it. And so don't have no issues, don't have no problems with it. I want to thank y'all for that, because somebody asked me that early. What are you on prep for? Just in case I have a slip up, just in case, I want to at least be prepped up, just in case, for a just in case moment. Just in case. I want to be a little freaking. I want to be prepared that I took it, just in case. Just in case, right? Just in case, because we ain't doing nothing now, because we just got a little bit of Vaseline and we keep our air mat. We on the air mattress, and I refuse to bust that air mattress, right? I refuse to bust that air. I'm not about to bust that air mattress. Give this air mattress to Jordan. No, it's just for a just in case moment. No, I ain't charging nothing. I've been so focused on my content, I ain't got time to be smashing. What I'm trying to smash is bringing more awareness to the community. I'm trying to see what protests I need to go to, what organization, how can I be good in the movement. So that's pretty much what we doing. So I don't have any phone calls regarding the subject, so I'm gonna move on to my girl, Candice Owens. Let's see what she had to say. Let's do some commentary on that. Okay, we don't see no callers. All right, that's good. Let's go to Candice Owens. So Candice Owens definitely did something on Twitter, and a lot of people was saying that she need to be counseled. Candice, according to what my research, she is married to a Caucasian. Nothing against that, but if you are speaking against your people, is deserving for some critiques. So give me a second. We're gonna play this, but before I get Candice on break down her video, I'm gonna play some videos that she retweeted on her Twitter. Let me go and share this. Give me a second. There's no other YouTuber was talking about it. So we're going to talk about it over here on the Wiley Show. All right. Give me a second.
Black people gonna hate me for this video, but I gotta speak it because it's real. So check it out. Y'all mean to tell me y'all more mad about an officer killing somebody that you didn't know just because they in your same race? Follow me, don't get mad yet. Check it out. In your same race, then when somebody in your neighborhood killed a person that you love, the person that you attach to, the person that you see every day, even if you don't love them, somebody that's in your community that you see and they didn't kill them. Or when a little girl get killed at a party or at home, sleep in her bed, and random bullets come through the door and all that stuff. Y'all mean to tell me y'all get more pissed about that? Check it out. How about we be in front of the motherfucking drug dealers' houses, protesting in front of gang member houses and shit to get rid of the gangs, to get rid of the drugs in our community, to get rid of the liquor stores that's in our community that's really tearing us down. We destroy more of ourselves than they ever could. We the only ones that can wipe us out.
All right. But my critique with that is, how did the drug get in the community? Last time I checked, we don't own any boats or planes. So how did the drugs get into our community? Let's get to Candice video. We're going to press play. We're going to have a conversation.
I'm finally ready to say what I know to be true. And I am aware it's going to make a lot of people hate me. But at the end of the day, I think truth is more important. And especially in times of tremendous deceit, which I think we are in today. I am talking specifically to the heart of Black America right now. I'm speaking to you. If you can share this video to Black Americans, they're going to be angry.
Because we talk about the drugs, but how did it get in there? Last time I checked, we don't own any planes. We don't own any boats. It have been some administrations, we ain't gonna say no names, that said they utilized that to fund different agencies. And that's all that we're gonna say about that. So they done a whole movie about that and books and articles about that. There's a whole reporter that talked about that. But let's get into what Candice have to say.
With me, but it needs to be said. So let's just start at the beginning of where my train of thought comes from. You guys know that I am a huge fan of the writings of Walter Williams, Shelby Steele, and Thomas Sowell. They have really informed many of the things that I think about today. To me, being a Black conservative is not a trend. It is not just being a Trump supporter. It is about doing the hard work and the research and learning the things, the things behind what conservatism, the foundation of what conservatism really is, really. And I came across something in Shelby Steele's book that hit me like a truck, and it has stuck with me and it has transformed me. And I hope that when I repeat this to you, it will transform you, Black Americans, to realize that there is something very ugly and broken about our culture. And the only way we're going to fix it is if we're honest about it. So Shelby Steele was talking in his book, I believe it was White Guilt, and he was talking about something unique about the culture of Black Americans that you will not find in any other culture in America. And it is the fact that we cater to the bottom denominator of our society. Let me explain what he means.
And when she said cater to the bottom denominator of there, she's literally talking about, and this is why I have an issue with her. It's not a problem because you want to call it the bottom denominator of it. And we're going to continue in that video. And what she's alluding to, she's saying that George Floyd was at the bottom because of his criminal behavior. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to let her talk a little. And I'm going to pause it, do commentary, pause it, and do commentary. All right. Look at sister. But she is a Black woman. Look at it. She's Black. But she's, and we already know, Candice, gang recognized gang. You getting the paycheck for these conservative groups. That's how you get your coin, sis. Because could have been the same shoes you've been in, right? I remember back in 2016, I was defending Trump, and I was defending him so well that so many conservative groups were sending me emails and putting me in these different groups. One lady was saying, "Hey, Wiley, I could try to get you on Fox News. Why don't you say this? Why don't you say that?" And then I stopped because I'm like, this is really getting serious. Like, because if you speak, because I was just pretending and mimicking what I'm hearing on television about Black folks, the talking points. And I was doing it so effectively that some people were reaching out to me saying, if you keep going, you can get on Fox News and everything like that. And I said, no, I don't want to do that because, degrading my people, like you're gonna literally try to help me just to talk about black people. And one issue that I had, when I was doing that, the folks that were in my chat on my on my Facebook, because I was on Facebook on the time, they would say, "You're one of the good blacks. Oh my God, you're one of the good ones." And I'm like, "What do you mean one of the good ones?" Oh, because I'm speaking y'all language. I'm saying the ish that y'all want to say, but y'all too white, y'all can't say it. So I say it. So they was saying in the chat, and that's what I knew then why so many people pick on that to degrade black folks, because it's a very profitable business. It's very, very profitable to talk about black folks as a black person. And that's how you get those bookings on Fox. That's how you get those bookings on different conservative groups. And you get, they would pay you for speeches, like Diamond and Silk get paid good money to travel the country just to speak against black. So they will spend money just for you to just talk about black people, just for you to degrade the community. That's what they pay you. The more nasty you are to black folks, the more nasty you are to the civil rights icons, the more money they give you. And that's Candice is one of those ones where she get good checks and she get book sales and they would buy her stuff. Mr. Peterson is the same guy, another black gentleman that caters towards the black community. He called people his white savior. He says some, amazing. He speaks so highly of white America and degrades black folks. So even Roland Martin would say that he could get paid a lot of money due to his skill set to talk against the community, and he would get paid a lot of money. That's one of the reasons why Fox News don't book Roland, because Roland don't speak against the community. He come and be factual. He don't speak conspiracy talking points. He give you facts, and that's one thing about Fox. They are afraid of a black man that speak facts. If you speak facts, you will not get on Fox News. You gotta speak against the community as a black man. That's the only how they gonna book you. If you speak against what she doing, she always gonna eat, because the more ignorant she is, the more degrading she is to black folks, the more checks come in. So she get paid good money. She not doing it. She doing it because them checks are coming in. But before she go to sleep, she know that she a black woman. She know what they say about it. They still call out of her name, but long as them checks come in, and everything like that, look like she did press her hair and everything like that. But let's continue. Let's continue to listen to Sister Owens. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry. 3.9 million views is this video got too, just to let you know.
By that, he means to say that we are the only community that will get outraged and get up and organize and picket and protest to defend the bottom denominator of our community, meaning criminals, burglars, robbers, anything that you commit a crime. Only Black Americans will be out picketing to defend the criminals. It is not something that white Americans do, not something that Jewish Americans do. You will be hard pressed to find a Jewish American who has a rap sheet as long as the day, and something that happens to that person, and Jewish people are using their platform to speak out in defense of that person. It won't happen. Same for white Americans. Not a single white American is out there defending Derek Chauvin. They will dispose of the people that they think are at the bottom of their society, and they will instead uplift the people that are at the top of their society, which means that they're raising their average very easily. Well,
that's not true, because many people argue that Trump is on the bottom, and a lot of white folks are not really speaking up against him. That's not true. You may have them even talking. You have someone that are talking against Trump now, speaking against him, literally calling him out. So that's not true. In that sense, you just can't target black folks, because if you look at President Trump, he's literally getting roasted by people that was in his cabinet and exposing him. So they do it as well. So just don't make this a black and white thing, because if you know history, they doing it as well. So it's not just us black folks. But and she say different groups, like, who funding her, because she just said the name of these different groups. So if you listen to what she's saying, these are the folks that are funding her, giving her coins to speak of it. So she's not saying these group of people just out her neck. She making sure that she speaks so highly of her financial backers. And they know the more she come in on this, the more she just the more she speak anti-black, the more the checks come in. Even though eventually she will eventually get canceled, just like Diamond Silk was fired from Fox News. So eventually she will get canceled by them, because they use the season and to the next person. come up. You know what I'm saying? The next person, you could just definitely tell about her husband don't too much care nothing about her. He's just so amazed to be with a black woman. You know what I'm saying? No different than master and the slave master. How he done slave her husband. Same way, probably greater than Nancy. I just read an article of a sister. She on her white boyfriend phone, and the text messages that she's seen, how degrade and call her the N-word and all that. So that's be careful you be with, you know. And she saw them text messages and she was saying, I'm so shocked that he said all that. I was reading on the mail and I said, I ain't shocked, but go ahead, let me finish up what Ms. Owens saying.
Rally behind the people that are doing the good things in your society as opposed to people that are doing bad things in society. You raise your average. So we have collectively lowered our average because over the last 5 years, it has become extremely fashionable for us to monitor criminals. It is unbelievable. Not even Latinos do this. They will not monitor their criminals.
All right. All right. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Let me double check. Ooh. Let me see.